Well, hello YouTube. My name is Brian. This is actually my first time ever doing a video, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I wanted to go over with you a couple questions regarding DoorDash in the Detroit metro area. I signed up for it about 3 weeks ago, I believe it was. I signed up on a Friday. You go online, sign up. They do a basically instant background check on you, criminal, driving record, stuff like that. Once that is okay and cleared, then they send you out a welcome kit. And I know a lot of people. Basically, what I did is I searched on YouTube, and there was a lot of helpful people out there that are doing DoorDash that really explained the way the process works, but I noticed in different markets it's different. So basically what I did is I applied online. Yes, this is a fidget spinner. I'm addicted to this. But basically you sign up online. You go through that background check. Like I said, once everything's clear, they send you a welcome kit. Now, I've heard two different stories. One story I heard is that people only receive their red card, which I'll go over with you later on. Some people receive the red card and a hot bag. I live in the downriver area, so I received the red card and the hot bag all in one. And like I said, I signed up on a Friday. I think they shipped it out on Monday or Tuesday of the following week, and I got it on Friday. So it takes about a week. Like I said, there's a hot bag and the red card. Now the red card is basically like a prepaid debit card that you'll get, and you'll need to enter that into your app before they activate your account. Now, I heard two different stories. Some markets, a guy that does DoorDash in Florida, basically said that he did not need his DoorDash card, the red card, in order to be active, which that I don't think is the case here. Here in the Detroit metropolitan area, I believe you need to enter your red card in order for the activation to go through and for you to start dashing. Basically, once you enter the red card into the application, it immediately activates you, and then you're able to dash from there on out. There are a couple places when you go to deliver that you do not need to pay with your red card. When you do need to pay with your red card, it'll show on top when you accept the order to pay with the red card, or it'll say no need to pay. So always make sure you have that red card handy on you. Once you're activated, you're able to go into your schedule. You're able to schedule yourself. I like to schedule myself 11 a.m. to about 1:30 p.m. Monday through Friday for lunches, and then about 4 or 5 to whenever I feel like being done. Usually in my area, it stays busy until about 10:30, 11, and it slows down from when I look on the map. And then it's pretty dark red when I look at it at 12:31, 2 o'clock in the morning, especially on a Friday, Saturday night. So what's nice about your particular area, every week DoorDash comes out with a bonus pay, and what the bonus pay is basically it'll show you a bonus peak pay, basically what it's called. You must accept 80% of your orders in that particular dash session, which means if you don't accept 80% of your orders that you accept, you're not going to receive that total amount of peak pay. I always I'll get to that later. I don't really want to make the video too long. I just kind of wanted to go over with you some questions that a lot of people that I've talked to have. This DoorDash t-shirt I actually bought on my own. I just like to look kind of professional when I go into a restaurant and especially a customer's house. This is up to you. I was like $11 free shipping on the DoorDash website. So once you go ahead and hit the dash now or schedule yourself, If you schedule yourself, let's say at 6 p.m., you can start at 5:45 p.m. You can end the dash whenever you want to, even if you schedule yourself until 11 o'clock at night. If you feel like being done at 9, just hit end dash, everything's fine. With that peak pay, make sure you accept 80% of your orders. Now, peak pay isn't always available, and it varies by week. I know, like right now, my area is like $4, and then there's sometimes is none. And basically, the guaranteed pay is about the lowest I've seen it was like $5 to, like I said, I've been only doing this for a couple weeks, to about $8-9 per order. So when you go ahead and hit dash now, it'll ask you for, make sure you got enough gas, your cell phone charged, your hot bag, and get your red card. Then it will advise you, if you want, to go to a hotspot. I don't particularly like going to the hotspots because I don't think they're really hot. And what I mean by hotspot is the application, the application knows kind of where hotspots are, where a lot of orders come through, and then you're able to go to the restaurant fairly close, or whatever the case may be. I don't usually do that. I just kind of stick in my own area. My house is actually in the region that I do the DoorDash in, which is Westland, and I stay pretty busy. I know my first night I was in Belleville, Michigan, and it was crazy. Like, it was my first time. I did a couple dashes in the afternoon just to kind of get me acclimated with the app and everything like that. Once I did that, I got a lot of stacked orders, which is basically an order after another, and it really confused me because I was picking up orders with people's food still in the car, not yet delivered, and I was kind of concerned. I almost contacted tech support, be like, "Is there a problem?" But after I picked up one of that order, I was going to pick it up, and it said to deliver the order that I had in my car. So it's kind of confusing, but basically it'll alert you on your application, and you can go ahead and accept or decline. I think it gives you about a minute and a half, 90 seconds to do that. And then if you don't, now you're 1099, you're independent employee, so you don't have to accept the order. You don't even have to dash. I know a lot of people ask that. Well, I see on this Facebook website is, am I going to get fired if I don't dash for a month? No, you can sign on. You can do whatever you want. You can dash for 1 week and take 2 months off. They're not going to do anything to you. Make sure when you accept an order, make sure to take a screenshot of that, especially if there's peak pay. Now, what I mean by taking a screenshot is when they send you an order, it'll say guaranteed pay, and then it'll say plus peak pay. Make sure you take a screenshot of that, because there was one day last week that I found that the peak pay was missing out of like 2 of my orders. So I contacted support, and they were helpful, and they gave me my money. So make sure you take a screenshot before you hit accept order. Basically, you get paid every Monday for the previous week. So Monday through Sunday is the pay period, and then you get paid on that Monday via direct deposit. I usually get mine at 3 a.m. a Tuesday morning, so they do deposit it Monday night, I believe. I don't know when. But there's also a fast pay, I believe it's called. You can sign up for that. I think for a $1.99 charge, you can withdraw your earnings that you see in the application to your debit card immediately, but you must do 25 dashes and be active for 2 weeks. Now, once you add your debit card into your settings, or into your financial area in the application, it does take a week to do that. So I got activated. I've been activated 2 weeks, did my 25 orders, but I still have to wait another week for fast pay to be eligible for me, so for some type of security purposes, stuff like that. What I do, just helpful hints when you're driving: definitely invest in a good car mount. Don't be driving and trying to look and stuff like that. Invest in a nice car mount. And might I add, it sometimes does get really distracting, so please be careful when you drive. when you're driving, it doesn't matter if you're driving 50 or 80 miles per hour they'll send you an order. You kind of gotta multitask, so be very careful. Also, what I do is I bought a couple towels just at Kohl's or something, some cheap towels, and I put over my cloth seats because I don't want customers' food or drinks to be spilled in my car and stain my car, and I'm not like that. I hate that. Definitely get a LED flashlight. Now, what I mean, why would you need a LED flashlight is you're delivering to a lot of apartment complexes or low light areas that you might drive down the street and the customer forgot to put their porch light on and you just can't find their address. The LED flashlight will be definitely helpful to kind of, now don't be put it in people's windows and bedrooms and stuff like that. You know, try to get as close as you can to see the address and go from there. Also, definitely track your mileage. I use Stride, and what that does is it's an application that before I start my vehicle or start my dash, I hit start driving, and it'll, I think it's 53 cents a mile that you're able to write off on taxes, because obviously no, 1099 is a non-taxed deduction for your paycheck. I don't really know how to describe it, but they don't take taxes out of your pay stub, but you have to pay taxes at the end of the year. So make sure you definitely download the Stride app, or I know DoorDash does like an Everlance, but I like Stride. It automatically calculates your mileage, your so, and that includes the 53 cents, includes insurance, gas, and wear and tear or something. I don't really remember, but definitely do that. Definitely, which also you can do with the Stride app is you can enter your earnings. So it's kind of like a calculator. It'll show you how much to put aside for tax season. I absolutely love that. Like I said, I've been doing DoorDash for 2 weeks. I'm fairly new. I just kind of wanted to go over some basics with you of you know, the questions that I've seen and the questions I had when I first signed up with DoorDash. It's great. Like I said, it's a second income for me. I work a full-time job, so when I'm just in my free time, instead of sitting around my house, I'll do a couple dashes, make some extra bucks. And what's nice with that fast pay is that you can, once you're done with that dash, you can directly deposit those funds that you earned in that dash every 24 hours, so you can get paid whenever you need to. Other than that, that's pretty much it. There is ratings, so you definitely want to make sure you're good with your customers. We're not able to, when you go to a restaurant, what I do is I look at my phone, and what it'll do is I kind of forgot about that. When you accept an order, when you get to the location, you're going to slide to hit arrival. And what that does, it'll give you the order, and it'll say order this or pick it up. Usually, from my understanding, is that DoorDash support will call in the order ahead of time. So when you get there, some restaurants are different. Usually your food's there. It'll say pickup time, let's say 8 o'clock. So you get there inside at 8 o'clock, hand you the food. You double check your items, make sure you have that. And what I do is let's say there's 9 items. I make sure there's 9 items that I have. I don't open customers' foods. I don't untie the bag if they tie it. We're not allowed to do that. And thank God, I don't want somebody else opening my food. I don't know what they got in the car or whatever. That's just gross. So I just make sure I look at the item count. I make sure I have that. Then what you do is whatever navigation system you have, I use Google Maps. It'll navigate you to the customer's house, deliver to the food, and then you swipe it, and then you're done. And then you're basically back on the map to accept another order. But like I said, there's ratings, so make sure, there's extra. I give my customers a couple mints. Make sure there's extra napkins, forks, salt and pepper, whatever the case may be. You have an acceptance rate also. So the lower the acceptance rate, from what I read, I don't know if it's 100% true, so correct me if I'm wrong. The acceptance rate is basically the rate that if you accept or decline orders. And I heard the lower that it goes, the less orders that they send you. I don't know if that's true or not. I I don't know. But what really counts is your actual customer rating. It's basically from like a 0% to a 5%, I would say. And so make sure that's good. Your completion rate, make sure you complete the deliveries that you accepted. And there was one other one without me, because I'm on my phone that I'm actually recording this video, so I don't really remember. But it's very easy to use. Support's fairly easy to deal with. They are kind of hard to understand. I think they sublet their call center out to a different country, so it is sometimes a little hard, sometimes easy. But yeah, if you're looking to make, I mean, my first week my first night on that Monday, I made $112, and then I did a couple more dashes that week, and I ended up with like $213. So not bad for, I think I did a total of 13 dashes, I think it was. So it's easy money. I don't even call it work. You sit in your car, you listen to music, you drive around. Yeah, it's gonna put some wear and tear on your car. Yeah, you're gonna end up putting some gas in your car, but I mean, and what's kind of nice is I have a newer car, but unlike like Lyft and Uber, you must have like a certain car model or whatever the case may be, and this insurance on the vehicle. DoorDash provides like accidental insurance if you're driving from the restaurant to the customer's home, I believe. I think it's property damage. I don't really remember, but you don't have to have an extra coverage on your vehicle for insurance wise. And so yeah, I mean, it's a great gig. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. If there's any questions, drop a comment down below, and I hopefully should be able to respond. So any questions, like I said, drop a comment. Have a good day. Like, subscribe, whatever that is. I'm not a YouTuber. I watch YouTube, but again, I don't know how to use this. I don't know how to edit. I'm using background speakers on my computer. I don't know. But until next time, have a good day and be safe and happy dashing.